whatever word that is of crying while masturbating, that encapsulates my current experience of like so much pleasure and sexiness that's happening along with deep sadness and isolation. And so, yeah.
Feeling it all.
Feeling it all. Yeah, we're in Boulder, Colorado, just coming out of this immersion with a client, and just released 12 hours ago, almost, like just released episode 12, where I speak publicly for the first time about my sexual molestation when I was 5. After we recorded the vlog yesterday, I had a mini release, big release. And I've said to you so many times that every single time that it comes up, I could cry. If I wanted to right now, if I like allowed myself to go into the feeling of all of it, I'd start crying. And it's exhausting. It's exhausting to have that level of pain, hurt, sadness, whatever those emotions are, frustration, consistently right under the surface. It feels scary in some ways, it feels overwhelming in some ways, and it feels sad in some ways.
You think it's more tiring to have it there and not cry it all out every day? Or do you think it's more tiring to cry it out every day? Like cry practice. Like just empty the tank.
There's so many practices, bro. Matt's trying to get me to do masturbating into the mirror as a practice.
Or you could do both, multitask, function stack.
I'm gonna cry while I masturbate into the mirror.
That sounds like a sad movie scene. There's probably a fetish site for that.
There is. You know, there's a word in Swedish. There's actually a word that means to cry while you masturbate.
That makes sense.
He said
in Sweden, because it's like cold and dark.
It's cold and dark. The suicide rate is really high there.
Trying to feel some sort of pleasure, but you're crying because you're so sad. And
yeah, so there's actually a word for that. And that kind of encapsulates my experience.
So this episode is short and sweet. And by short and sweet, I mean it's me crying again. And if you ask the team, there is a running joke that The Art of Choosing Love is really just a show about Adam crying all over the world. And I judge myself for that sometimes. Every time we go in to edit a new episode, I think, I hope this is not about me crying. I hope I'm not crying in this episode. And I'm choosing to share this with you because it is the reality of my healing process. I might have the breakdown in Denver, Colorado, and hope that I'm past it, hope that I've moved through it, that this is no longer going to impact me as deeply emotionally as it is. And the process of healing from a breakup, the process of moving through sexual trauma that I thought I had already moved through, I don't know how long that goes. I don't know how deep the emotion runs, and it keeps coming up. And so this episode is showing you behind the scenes of releasing that Denver episode and thinking that it was going to free up my energy. It was going to feel so rewarding. And in fact, it caused me to question my own strength.
What am I experiencing right now? I'm experiencing a whole fucking array of emotions in all different ways and shapes and forms because it's all impacted by this. Like I feel every part of my being that is touched by this event, and this process of detangling is so complex and emotionally all-encompassing that every time we do something like this, I'm like, yeah, this is amazing. We're going to help so many people. It's like, no, we're not. Maybe. Does it even matter? And at the end of the day, I come back to like, what else am I going to do? You know, we talk about choice and the power of choice, and I'm choosing to do this. And am I choosing it? Like, what else am I going to do? The only thing I'm scared of is running out of the strength to keep going. Like getting to the point where I'm like, I just don't want to do it anymore, man. I just want to run. I don't think that that's actually even possible. I'm too f***ing strong and too f***ing committed and too f***ing aware to even do that. And that's why when I hit the moments where I feel so exhausted and so tired by this journey, I cry, not for any other reason than I feel, again, like I'm going to keep going. Mm-hmm. I know I am. I know that with every fiber of my being. And so when I get tired, I know that there's not really a reprieve. Mm-hmm. And that's what I cry about.
And say you did get too tired and you're like, I need to take a break. You took a break. You did that for 5, 7, 10 days. Eventually, what would happen?
I'd miss you too much.
And eventually you'd be like, all right, time to hop back in the saddle. What else am I going to do?
It's not even the show, man. It's not even the show. I think this show is the catalyst for, right? This is the, okay, we now have an intentional container to revisit this. And like, I can't, there's no going away from what I feel in my nervous system. There's no going away for how I feel when I get certain messages, or when you know what I mean? There's not, I can't run from myself.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm honored to walk by your side, and I'm proud of you and your courage, and I'm here with you. We're all walking this together.
And so sometimes I question my own courage. I question my ability to keep going. I question what the point of all of this even is, if it's making any impact at all. Those are my low points. And when I hit those points, as you saw, I have friends, I have tribe that have my back. Literally, Ryan had my back. And I return to that space of knowing that I am strong enough, knowing that this is making a difference, and knowing that despite how deep the emotion might run, despite how scary it might feel, it's a process and it's okay. And despite the judgment I might have of myself for crying all the time, I'm sharing it with you because I want you to know that it's okay. Whatever you're in, however long you've been healing from that divorce or your own sexual trauma, no matter how long it's been and how deep it runs, if you're still feeling emotion around it, it's okay. Allow yourself to feel it. Be gentle with yourself. There's no timeline for how long this is supposed to take. Take as long as you need. It's safe to feel. And by feeling, we allow ourselves to heal. And that is the most selfless thing that you can do, because as you learn to love these parts of yourself, as you accept those parts of yourself, those parts return to wholeness, and you can show up more fully with more love for everyone in your life. Life becomes so much more beautiful, step by step by step, no matter how long the journey takes. And you don't need to see the end. You don't need to see the destination. I have no idea where this is going, but I do know that I will keep going. And so will you if you choose to. And if you need support along the way, it's there for you. I encourage you to find it. If you want it from our growing tribe, join the Facebook group. Follow us on social media. We interact with all of you because we love you. We get it. I totally get it. And I want to remind you that always, in all ways, you are seen, you are heard, and you are loved. What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for watching the episode. My name's Adam.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Matthew.
This is The Art of Choosing Love.
If you found any value in today's episode for yourself or for your loved ones, go ahead and share the video. Make sure this message spreads.
We're going to be releasing new content every week, so subscribe below and follow along.
And if you want to take the conversation even deeper, we've started a Facebook group for this growing tribe and community to support each other in our growth and expansion around topics that are really important to the collective and this planet. So if you want to be a part of that, go to theartofchoosinglove.com, put in your email address, and we will send you a private invite. Thank you. And always, in all ways, you are seen, you are heard.
And you are loved.